What in the world, Bo? Man, what in the world? Goodness gracious. I was just playing my Will Smith CD. All of a sudden, I get all these notifications. They talking about, oh yeah, Matthew Stafford just got traded to the Rams. The Rams? What? The Los Angeles Rams? So you telling me that Matthew Stafford got traded to the Rams? What's going on, y'all? Will, what's going on, fam? Miss Ronnie. Will. Wait, Amy, the Rams? Wow. Jared Goff just burned his golden goose, Bo. Jared Goff just burned his golden goose. Unknown man. What's up, bro? Have you seen this crap? Caden, what's up, fam? Reggie C2K, what's going on, fam? Will, what in the world, Bo? The Rams? I don't know if y'all heard, but Jared Goff and Sean McVay hadn't been getting along. I don't know if y'all heard about this. They talked about this like a couple days after they lost in the playoffs. They hadn't been getting along. So this is one of those situations where a coach made a quarterback. Sean McVay made Jared Goff. So why in the world would you rub the guy that made you the wrong way? I mean, that made you. Why in the world would you rub that man the wrong way, Bo? I mean, in a situation like that, look, let me tell y'all something. You know how they say behind every successful man, behind every good man is a great woman? That's the case with Big Low Kuntry. So if it's a situation where Big Low Kuntry wife made him, why would I rub her the wrong way and say, oh, you know what? She ain't even that good anyway. But from what I'm hearing, that's basically what Jared Goff's saying about Sean McVay. But Sean McVay, he showing up did something about that situation. Sean McVay said, well, look, you know what? I'll just get a better quarterback than you. They done messed up now, Bo. They done messed up now. So you tell me that you give Sean McVay Matthew Stafford? You just gave Sean McVay Matthew Stafford. Y'all done messed up now. Double what in the world, Bo? Double what in the world? Caden said that he literally dropped his phone when he was reading this news. Hey, man. So, Tier Artist 404, his homeboy is a big Rams fan, huge Rams fan. He said his home is so happy right now. I could imagine. You just went from here to here when it comes to quarterbacks. You literally just went from here to here when it comes to quarterbacks. They done messed up. Why would the Lions even make that trade? Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna say that. But the Lions got 2 first-round picks, and they got Jared Goff. So I ain't even going for a situation that you've been trying to get out of anyway. Because look, fact of the matter is, I made a video about this subject about Matthew Stafford leaving the Detroit Lions about a week ago. Whenever they said that mutually decided that they were going to go separate ways. I made a video about this, and just like we always say, coaches, we always put our heads together. Now, after I made this video, I had a lot of people from Detroit, a lot of Detroit fans chime in and say, well, look, Low, Matthew Stafford is not, this mediocrity in Detroit is not Matthew Stafford's fault. Everybody said that the reason why Matthew Stafford wasn't successful is it was the front office. The front office just wasn't competent. So we can't sit up here and just say, oh, well, Matthew Stafford is the reason why, Detroit Lions haven't been able to do nothing all these years. They said that the Fords have just been incompetent. They haven't get. And look, if you think about it, and let's just be honest, guys. If you think about it, if you look at the Detroit Lions over the last, let's just say the last 6 years, how many All-Pros have the Detroit Lions had on their team? I mean, because I asked myself that question. How many All-Pros have the Detroit Lions had on their team? How many just good players have they had besides Matthew Stafford? I almost guarantee you could just say a handful. You could just say a handful. Reggie C2K said they gave Jared Goff all that money. Look, one thing that we learned about Sean McVay, they'll give you money. That don't mean nothing to Sean. Sean McVay ain't committing to nothing. They gave Ty Gurley all that money. Where Ty Gurley at? They gave Jared Goff all that money. Where he at? He in Detroit. He getting ready to go to Detroit somewhere. I hope he done learned some Temptation songs. I hope he done learned some Motown music, because that's what you're going to be hearing a lot of when you go to Detroit. But look, this trade, man, is crazy. This trade is crazy. Now, I know that Matthew Stafford, I know that he's a lot older than Jared Goff and everything like that. But fact of the matter is that Matthew Stafford just took the Rams to a whole nother level. Whole nother level. All day. They just put them boys to a whole nother level. Ian Miles, what's going on, fam? Ian said that. What's up, family? Ian always drinking and eating something crazy. Ian said, what's going on, family? I'm drinking prune juice, eating a fried green maida sandwich, and Vienna. I'm going to pay for it later. I'm going to be running to the house. Oh, man. Ian, you a fool, man. You a fool. Yeah. Reggie C2K said that the Lions, they have a lot of pay staffers. I mean, look. This whole trade, man. This whole trade is crazy. Look, I know that we got a few people in here. My name is Big Low Kuntry. If I hadn't introduced myself to y'all, if y'all knew, I just want to do my formal introduction. We always do this on Friday night pep rallies. I don't know why I always say that Friday night. Saturday night pep rallies. I'm sorry, y'all. And I know there's going to be some moonshine jokes. I'm going to go ahead and get to that. What's in my cup is in my cup. It might be water. It might be moonshine. But if you see me smiling, that just means I'm happy to see you. Saturday night pep rally. And we talking about this whole Matthew Stafford trade. And I don't know. I don't know what to say about this, man. But Jerome said a whole nother level. Whole nother level. Joe Sawyer said, Lo, you burned it up this weekend. Hey, bro. Hey, man. We trying to keep it in between the lines, bro. We trying to keep it in between the lines. So, my question is it one of those situations now with Matthew Stafford going to the Los Angeles Rams, Matthew Stafford from Buckhead. Y'all forget. Y'all got to make sure you show our current ATLian some love. Even though he's from Texas and everything, Matthew, he been living in Buckhead for like last 10 years. So now that Matt's going to the Rams, Blitz 818 said 2021 Rams equal to 2020 Bucks. Look, Coach, I need you to explain that to me. I need you to explain that one to me, Blitz. You think it's going to be one of those situations where they make a run like that? Because I was just getting ready to ask y'all. Will the Rams get Matthew Stafford? How does this change the projection for the Rams in the future? That's simple and plain. How do y'all feel about that? Because y'all know how I feel about Sean McVay. Sean McVay from Marietta, Georgia. Y'all already know how I feel about that dude. Top 4 coach in the NFL currently right now. Easily. Top 4 coach, in my opinion. Coach Will saying, heck no. What you talking about, Will? Heck no about what, man? What you talking about, bro? I just want to know what y'all are thinking with Matthew Stafford going to the Los Angeles Rams. Where does this put Los Angeles at now? I'm going to go ahead and tell you, with this team that they have now and the way that Coach Sean McVay coaches these teams up, we don't know what they're going to do in the future, but look, they kind of went through their purge a couple years ago in this season. I want to see these guys getting better. Rams going to the NFC Championship all day. Who's going to stop them? The Seahawks? Who's going to stop the Rams? They're going to the NFC Championship. Depends on what San Francisco does with their quarterback situation. San Francisco got to do something now. They got to. Ian Miles said that he thinks they're going to the Super Bowl. I could definitely see it easily. The thing about the Rams is the Rams are one of the most balanced teams in the NFL. Their defense plays well. Got great play calling. Look, these guys are running. They're running the ball down people's throats with these no-name running backs. I mean, look. The Rams are going to the NFC Championship. Terry Artist 404, you tell your homeboy, you share this stream to your homeboy and tell him to come in here so he can inform these coaches about what this team got going on. Because look, I don't know what the Detroit Lions were thinking, but they just messed up everything for everybody else. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They just messed up everything for everybody else. Then you got to remember that Cam Akers, the rookie, who I drafted in my fantasy league, and he didn't do nothing until the end of the season. This dude's looking like he's going to be the truth. I don't know why I just said that out loud, because my wife is sitting in the same room with me. Now she's going to try to jump on him. But yeah, Cam Akers, he's going to be the truth next year. You got Bobby Trees. You got Cooper Kupp. And you got Matthew Stafford slinging that thing to him? What in the world? Bo? Rams going to the NFC Championship. Now, let's talk about the other side of the spectrum. On the other side of the spectrum, you got the Detroit Lions. Oh, my God. Hey, country baby, the Detroit Lions is if that was the coach that had the press conference who said that they were going to bite people's knees and okay. Oh my God. All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. But basically, I don't know if y'all heard the press conference, but this guy gave one of the weirdest answers that I've ever heard in press conference history. So basically, he was saying that whenever they asked him what is his expectations for this year coming up, he didn't say anything about winning. He basically said, well, look, we're going to be a team that fights. You're going to punch us in the mouth, and then we're going to get up, and while we're getting up, we're going to bite your kneecap. Then you're going to pimp slap us, and you're going to taste your own blood, but we're going to bite your other kneecap. Then while we're begging for mercy and you're stomping us out, like, wait, what? Hold on. But he went on literally for about 5 or 6 minutes talking about how they're going to get beat. And in the meantime, they're just going to fight the whole time while they're getting beat. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. But what in the world? Like, why would you brag about how you're gonna make getting beat look good? Then on top of that, now you got Jared Goff. All right, okay, wait a minute, y'all. So look, coaches, we just got a guest that turned into a coach. Much love to my homeboy, Witless Terror 70. Witless Terror. I need you to put in the comments how y'all are feeling about getting Jared Goff out of Los Angeles and getting Matthew Stafford as the new coach for the Los Angeles Rams. I need you to tell me how you feeling about that one, Bo, because this news is crazy. This news is crazy. And also, let us know how you feeling about how you felt about Jared Goff before he left, because I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I thought he was one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the NFL. That boy just getting coached up like he wasn't nobody business. I'll tell you how Miss Asia, she's talking about she obviously doesn't like this trade, but basically, yeah, Asia, it's messed up because at the end of the day, it's making it hard for teams like us that's trying to get back to the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, we don't know exactly what we're going to do moving forward, but look, it's one of those situations where now you got to put up with, now we got to put up with the fact that Sean McVay has a whole nother weapon out there, and he has a running back that's getting a whole lot better. I think has the possibility to be a Pro Bowl running back. To be completely honest with you. All right, so Witless, the new and look, y'all make sure that y'all welcome Witless to the coaching staff, man. Coach Witless, what's going on, fam? He says, man, I've been saying it since Goff got drafted. I do not like Goff, and I'm very happy with this trade. Man, you just very happy? You just very happy? Look, Bo, you just went to the car dealership and traded. Or you just pulled that Mercedes-Benz out. Car salesman just pulled that Mercedes-Benz around the corner and said, hey, you can get this Mercedes. You can get this Mercedes if you want to. Yeah, you just traded in and you just upgraded, Bo. Congratulations. I am so pissed off with y'all right now. Y'all got a good coach, a well-balanced team. And I mean, basically going to the playoffs is going to be one of those things where it's pretty much a done deal for you, Bo. Pretty much a done deal for you. I don't know what in the world. My question is, how in the world did the Detroit Lions finesse? Well, get finesse like that? How in the world did the Los Angeles Rams let them boys finesse them like that, man? Because first of all, if you trade the first round pick, you know that. Well, I ain't gonna sit up here and say because the NFL season is made and broken off of injuries. One injury could change the whole complexity of an NFL season. Easy. So it's just one of those situations where, we don't know for a fact if it's one of those cases where the Rams are going to go. I'm just saying that I think they have the strong possibility to get to the NFC Championship. And if anybody disagrees with me, y'all make sure that y'all let me know, because it's one of those cases where they had the chance. I think they had the chance to do it, but that's part of being on the coaching staff, because our coaching staff, we kind of put our heads together, kind of like last week. Last week, I was thinking to myself, I thought that the Packers were going to run away with that game last week. We put our heads together. Next thing you know, I was sitting here like, oh man, you know what? Those Buccaneers been running the ball pretty good, and it is the playoffs in Lambeau. Ooh, there doesn't nothing work like a running team in the playoffs. A team that could legitimately run the ball. And look, we seen it. They got a little pass happy. Next thing you know, boy, Leonard Fournette's looking like he wearing an LSU jersey. So look, like I said, as coaches, as a coaching staff, we work together to make sure that we get this done, man. Ms. Roney, she said that I didn't understand. I didn't understand what she understands, and she was shocked too. Didn't really. I was talking to Asia. Oh, okay. The coaches, they was in there talking with each other. Coach Terrell Artis said that Coach Whitness was getting naked over there. What in the world? That's crazy. So Coach Whitness, I don't know if you know what that means. So we got a term here. Whenever someone just has a undying faithfulness to a new situation, whether it's a case of jumping on the bandwagon, or a player is just playing terribly, or not playing, or someone's playing and someone thinks that they're playing better than they actually are. Cases like that, we like to call it getting naked on here. And, sometimes we say it in a playing manner, and, but sometimes, it is legitimate. I think Coach Terror, I think he's just playing with you in this situation. But yeah, that's called getting naked. But yeah, man. My question is, what does this mean for Deshaun Watson? What does this mean for him? Because I don't know if y'all noticed, but it seems like the NFL is starting to turn into the NBA in some sense. Because in the NBA, if a player doesn't want to be somewhere, he ain't gonna be there. Like if James Harden said, look, I don't want to play here. And basically, he had that press conference one day and said, we're just not good enough. Next day, he was packing his bags to go to Brooklyn. So yeah. I definitely think that's the case. So is the NFL turning into the NBA? Because I definitely think it is, guys. Quarterbacks could just go and come as they please now. Matthew Stafford, they said that it was a mutually beneficial situation. And a mutually beneficial situation for Matthew Stafford to lead. But I don't think that was the case. I think Matthew Stafford was like, yeah, you know what? This just isn't working out for me. Calvin Johnson told me I need to go ahead and leave. But I said I was going to stay anyway. Megatron told me I need to go. He said that y'all weren't going to do nothing for me. Now, Ms. Roney said that I feel like Detroit was only worried about the first round picks, so they were willing to make the trade, where it seems like they're on the losing end of this deal. Yeah. I think it's one of those cases, Ms. Roney, where, to be completely honest with you, Detroit is drafting a quarterback. Matthew Stafford. They're not saying that we're gonna live and die with Jared Goff. They're definitely not saying that. They're definitely not saying that. So they got these 2 first-round picks. It wouldn't be a doubt in my mind. If they see a guy higher in the board, I would not doubt if they don't trade up to get a new quarterback. Who's not to say that they wouldn't trade up to get? Who's not to say they wouldn't trade up to get a Justin Fields? Let's just be real. Who's not to say that they wouldn't do that? The Jets would be crazy if they didn't even consider it. If the Lions offered them 2 first-round picks this year and a first-round pick next year, and they already have a quarterback that's, kind of pretty good. We still don't know what Sam Darnold is yet because he always sick with the mono. Who's not to say that Detroit won't trade up? Let's just be honest. But it said Lions going to be picking 32nd in the first round. Talk about next year after they win the Super Bowl. Yeah, definitely. But we all know that Lions, when it comes to drafting, the team, period, the Lions have not been the best at doing it. They drafted Okudah, and look, we were upset. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I was upset. What's up, Coach Nathan? I was upset last year whenever we didn't get Okudah and got AJ Terrell, and we all see how that worked out. This is why I'm not an NFL scout, guys. This is why I'm not an NFL scout, because at the end of the day, the popular names don't always do it for you. Okudah, he was popular in college, but NFL as of right now, he just hasn't. He ain't been doing it too well. He ain't been doing it too well. Now, look, man, I want everybody in here that's watching this with us. If you're watching this and you are enjoying the stream, or if if you like it, or if you're getting something from it, make sure that you hit that like button. Also, do a country boy a favor if you hadn't subscribed yet, and subscribe. If you really enjoyed this NFL talk with a country boy, make sure that you share it with your friends and family and have them come in and talk about their teams with us as well, man. Coach Nathan, you're right, bro. They gave up a lot. So a lot of people in here are saying, Coach Will is saying that they blackball players. So I've often heard that. So a lot of y'all that don't know about the history of the Detroit Lions when it comes to, generational talent, just very talented players, like Detroit just can't keep them. That's why whenever they go to the playoffs, they celebrate like they won the Super Bowl, then go to the playoffs and lose. But Detroit, they can't keep those great players. Barry Sanders could have easily won the rushing, could have easily broken the rushing record, all-time rusher. He just couldn't. They couldn't put anything around him. The guy just got tired of losing. Nobody wants to just keep losing all the time. Nobody wants to do it. Megatron just got tired of losing. Felt like they just weren't putting anything else around him. What's going on, Coach? Coach Quentin. What's up, Coach Q? Megatron felt like they wasn't putting anything around him. Adamakin Sue. He stayed there, played out his contract. He left. He was done. They said that Detroit had the money to re-sign him. But he didn't want to stay there. Who wants to stay there to keep losing? Who wants to do it? Coach Nathan said Detroit Super Bowl is Thanksgiving Day game. That they never win. Their Super Bowl ring with no turkey legs. That's what that is. But yeah, man. Yeah. it's one of those cases where you got to have talent around you. Now, we don't know what happened in the meeting room in Detroit with Matthew Stafford. We don't know. But I can almost guarantee that he said, look, guys, we've tried this over and over again, and I can't win. Matthew Stafford literally said he literally was Matthew Stafford was literally the scarecrow on the Wiz. And he told y'all that you can't win. He was Michael Jackson on the Wiz, and he said that you can't win. You know, I mean, it just be like that sometimes. He realized that he had maybe 2, 3, 4 seasons left in the NFL where he could still play at a high level. He said, hey, let's see if we could go somewhere else to get a shot at winning. Because Matthew Stafford, he's one of the top 10 quarterback talents, one of the top 10 arm talents in the league easily. I would say as far as arm talent, he's even better, better than top 10. But, the world's kind of forgot about Matthew Stafford. And, in the course of the world forgetting about Matthew Stafford, it's one of those cases where whenever I talked about him wanting out of Detroit, I said to myself, I was like, well, dog, like Matthew Stafford, you can't win with Matthew Stafford. But then, like I said, all the coaches reminded me, it's not Matthew Stafford. It's just the Detroit Lions. They're incompetent. They're incapable. End of the day. Until they make some changes in that front office, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough on them. Either moment. I think you're new here, either moment. Thank you so much for chilling out with a country boy and all of the coaches tonight, family. He said Stafford still got some excellent years left in him. I hope it works out for him. I definitely do too, man. Stafford played at UGA. And man, in recent memory, probably one of the best quarterbacks in UGA history, easily. I mean, couldn't nobody sling that thing like Matt. And I just want to see him have a chance, man. I just want to see him have a chance. He needs to have a chance to win for a change. He definitely does. And I had a Jags fan. What's going on, Jags fan? I think you knew. Look, anybody new to the stream, make sure, I don't know if you see this down here, make sure that you subscribe to Big Low Country Sports. We talk about football like this all the time. But look, after you subscribe, make sure that you put it in the comments so we can give you a shout out and everybody else could welcome you to the coaching staff, family. Thank y'all so much for chilling out with us. Jags fan said if it costs 2 first-round picks and the former first-round pick, Matthew Stafford, I can't imagine how many picks it will take for, oh my goodness. Oh my good. Good googly moogly, Bo. You ain't never lied with that one. If it took 2 first-round picks for Matthew Stafford, how in the world is somebody going to trade for Deshaun Watson? If you trade for Deshaun Watson, you're going to have to trade some of that GameStop stock. You're going to have to trade a first-round pick and some GameStop stock. AMC too. That's the only way you're going to be able to get Deshaun Watson. That's the only way you're going to get Deshaun Watson. Now, Ms. Roney, she said, she asked a question. She said, what is exactly the problem with the front office? That's actually a pretty good question, Ms. Roney. So I don't know if you know this, but the Fords own the Lions. From what everybody was saying in the comments, they were saying that one of the biggest issues with the Lions, and you know how I always talk about, the beauty of the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers, they fire coaches. They fire coaches like underwear. They change coaches like underwear. So number one, there's never any stability. Number two, they just don't create a winning culture. They said that with the Fords running the Lions, they said it's like a mom and pop shop. they have that mom and pop feel in the NFL, and they don't feel like it's really about winning. They just feel like it's about creating revenue for Ford, pretty much. Okay. So kind of like people were saying,
advertising.
Yeah.
It's just a commercial.
Exactly. And kind of like, I don't know if you heard about the Bengals. Like, they said all those years that the Bengals kept Marvin Lewis is because owner of the Bengals, he didn't really care about winning. He was just caring about keeping that. Yeah. He was just worried about making money. So, you're like, well, why do we need to get a new coach? Everybody wearing all these Ocho Cinco jerseys and everything. We good. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of the fans in Detroit, so just imagine Arthur Blank, like if he came and he was like, well, we have the Falcons here, right? And they did the state of the franchise, and like didn't seem like winning is important to them. Everybody be like, every time something bad happens, it just compounds it. So people be like, well, this is why he's leaving, because they don't care about winning. So that's pretty much the case with that. And Cartier Walker said Detroit owners don't care about football. They worry about their Ford vehicles. That's crazy. Jags fan said, after the Matthew trade, who's the favorite to win the division? The Seahawks or the Rams? Oh, man. You know what? That's actually a pretty good question, Jags fan, because moving forward, last year Russell Wilson came out on fire. But Russell Wilson's starting to show a little bit of a regression. Now, and this is just something I was just kicking around in my head. Y'all know when Russell Wilson came to the NFL, he was older than the average guy, right? Because I remember he played for North Carolina State, and then he played in Wisconsin. I remember everybody was like, well, he's just older he's more mature than the average guy. I was like, well, dog, he's like, if I'm not mistaken, he was like 24, 25, 26 years old or something like that. Is Russell Wilson just getting old? Is Russell Wilson's regression starting already? Let me see here. How old is Russell Wilson? Could you look and see how old Russell Wilson is right now?
No, well, it's 32.
Yeah, so he's 32. So he's going to start that decline pretty soon. Pete Carroll's play calling and everything. I think they fired their offensive coordinator. And kind of like what Nathan said, they need a better O-line, because Russ, he's not going to be able to keep doing this. So, yes, to answer your question, Jags fan, I think the Rams will win the division next year. But you got to remember, though, San Francisco has that guy. They got Kyle Shanahan out there in San Francisco. And if they could get a piece of a quarterback, oh, my goodness. San Francisco could be scary as well. It could be scary as well. I think as far as the Cardinals, they still got a couple more pecan seasons to, kind of put everything together. I think so. Hayes Thomas, what's going on, fam? All the coaches, y'all welcome Hayes Thomas to the chat. He said team's going to have to come out of pocket for that Deshaun Watson. Yeah, they're going to have to, they're going to have to give something up, coach. They're going to have to give something up. Because, Deshaun Watson, basically, this trade for Matthew Stafford just reset the market. So, just imagine this, though, guys. If the Rams traded for Matthew Stafford, you already know that they put something in for Deshaun Watson. You already know that, Bo. And just like y'all were saying, because 2 first-round picks, that's too rich for my blood. Y'all know that I mentioned earlier, I just kicked it around, and there's all these rumors about the Falcons being in the hunt for Deshaun Watson. But yeah, they can't. Nah, I can't do 2 first. Not this year, next year, and then something else. Yeah. Yeah, Jared. Yeah, they gave up for Stafford. They gave up 2 first and a third, and Jared Goff for Matthew Stafford. I mean, so moving forward, like how y'all think that makes Jared Goff feel? So Jared Goff was like, so y'all traded me, you know, a quarterback that took you to the Super Bowl, and 2 first round picks and a third round pick. So I can see if you put something else with me. But 2 first round picks, what do y'all think I am? Chopped liver? Like, what in the world? Y'all traded not just me, the guy that took you to the Super Bowl. Whenever I got there, I did not play well. But the guy that took you to the Super Bowl and 2 first round picks and a third round pick. What in the world? Hayes Thomas had 4 first round picks. Man. If they trade Deshaun Watson for 4 first round picks, that would be something that Houston finally did right. I definitely agree with that. 4 first round picks, man, you can't. I'm not even mad at that, Coach. I'm not even mad at that. Coach Wallace, what's going on, Coach? What you think about this Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff trade, Coach? Like, what in the world? What in the world? Now look, Coach Wallace, you know, we start to call him Nostradamus now because he calls it how he sees it. Now, Coach Wallace said Deshaun Watson is not getting traded. He done put it out there. He says he's gonna be in Texas next year. I don't know, Coach. Whenever you got a guy who just pretty much cut all ties with the team, told everybody that he's not coming back. I don't think that. I just don't see how you can make it work. Peter Goat, what's going on, Coach? So Peter Goat said, wow, he has the Cardinals winning the division next year. Man, you got that much faith in Cliff Kingsbury? The Cardinals need a defense before they can try to win 11 games. I ain't gonna lie to you, Coach. That's yeah. I don't know about that one, Coach. I think the Rams are going to win this division next year. Everybody in the comments, y'all tell me, who do y'all think is going to win that NFC West next year? And while y'all doing that, I'm just going to highlight some of these comments here. Jags fan said, I don't know why the Jets would give up 4 first rounders for Deshaun Watson and put them a less talented roster than the Texans. Yeah, I mean that is true. Like if you pull the trigger like that, you gotta have a team. You gotta have a team ready. If you pull a trigger like that, let's be honest with you. That's why I was like, well, I mean, so what's a more talented team that Deshaun Watson can go to that they could just trade 4 first round picks like that? New Orleans Saints. I hate to say that, but they're a more talented team. They can't afford it, but you know, I'm not saying that these are trade suitors, but I'm just saying just more talented teams that would need quarterbacks. They wouldn't be able to afford Deshaun Watson, but New Orleans Saints would be one of those teams that would be willing to trade 4 first round picks. The Falcons are more talented than the Texans. The Panthers. I mean, there are a lot of teams out there, but the Jets need every first round pick they could get, bro. Every first round pick they can get. That's like putting rims on a dirty car. Like, you ain't doing nothing. Deshaun Watson ain't going to be able to throw the ball, block for himself, catch for himself, and go out there and play defense at the end of the day. Yeah, so. Yeah, I definitely think that, you know, that was the case. Yeah, Coach Nathan, Jared Goff, they thought he was chopped liver, bro. I mean, It's crazy. It's crazy. Ivan Wynn said Shanahan needs to make that happen. No, he does not. Because Falcons fans cannot stand Kyle Shanahan. Now, I ain't going to say that. We appreciate Kyle for what he did. Well, I know I do. For getting mad at MVP and everything, but I don't know why he didn't just run the doggone ball in the Super Bowl. It's like I was telling everybody, I said, well, look, it's obvious that it wasn't no ill will towards the Falcons because whenever he was the head coach himself, he did the same exact thing. That's just who the guy is. If he gets in the Super Bowl, you just got to hope that he goes up enough where he can just keep throwing the ball. Hopefully, he just goes up by 40 points. So, whenever the other team does come back, he was just up by so much that it wouldn't make no difference. What's going on, Coach? I see you in here, fam. I hope you're doing good, Coach D. Definitely, man. Definitely. Oh, man. Hayes Thomas. He just made a very, very big call. He said that Stafford is not any better than Jared Goff. Man, Bo. Whew. You must be looking at that Madden rating or something, Bo. If you think Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford on the same level, if you think that's the case, you must be looking at that Madden rating. And I don't know if Coach Whitless Terror 70 is still in here. But you see what he said, and he's a Rams fan. He's been saying that he ain't like golf. And he said that he's ecstatic. He said that he's ecstatic of the fact that, first of all, that they got rid of Jared Goff's contract. So, yeah, like he's so happy that he ain't even worried about the second round pick. I mean, those 2 first round picks. But that's what happens whenever you have a scouting team that can get guys in the second round, like a Cam Akers, or in the third round, like a Van Jefferson, Jordan Fuller in the 6th round. Situations like that, whenever you got that scouting department, which I'm definitely hoping that he can, that the Falcons can have this year, because we made some good picks with 5th round pick like Grady Jarrett and situations like that, but you got to be able to pick up guys in the later rounds. That's how you make it to the playoffs. That's how you win Super Bowls. Yeah. So, oh my God, please do not say that, Coach Nathan. Please do not say that. That definitely sounds like a New England type of trade, to be completely honest with you. Ian Miles said he wants Deshaun Watson to go to the Titans. Ooh. Deshaun Watson, Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown. People sleep on Corey Davis. Jonnu Smith. That'd be a heck of a combination. But you know what? To be completely honest with you, why mess up something that's already working? Ryan Tannehill's a heck of a quarterback. People sleep on Ryan Tannehill. Sleep on that man like he playing in his jammies. Coach Wallace said, I think the only reason this trade went down is because the GM for Detroit came from the Rams, and now Detroit don't have to draft a quarterback. That's why Coach Wallace is on the coaching staff. That is true, Coach. GMs like to have those players that they're familiar with. That is definitely true. I mean, so that definitely may be the case. I think Detroit's going to draft a quarterback still, Coach. They're not just riding with Jared Goff. So they got those 2 first round picks. I mean, Ryan Tannehill, let's be honest. Ryan Tannehill, he changed things for a lot of quarterbacks. He gave a lot of quarterbacks second chances. So maybe they could just keep Ryan Tannehill, not Ryan Tannehill, but Jared Goff as their starting guy. They might go into the season saying that he's the guy. If they go into the season saying that he's the guy, man, and he's not the guy, I wonder if Detroit will feel finessed. I guess it depends on one of those cases where if they get some really good picks with those 2 first-round picks. So my question to y'all is, where do y'all think Deshaun Watson is going to go? Do y'all think he's going to go to the Jets? I've heard a few different stories out there. I've heard the Jets. I've heard Miami. I've heard that there are a few different places that he's talking about going to. Cardi said he thinks he's going to Miami. Well, my whole thing about this whole situation, Washington. Wow. Are the Colts? Miami. I've heard about the Cleveland Browns, Coach Hayes. I heard about the Cleveland Browns. Some people say he's going to stay and be a disgruntled employee. The Panthers, I think Teddy Bridgewater is a pretty good quarterback. Deshaun Watson's definitely better, but Teddy Bridgewater is cheaper. But Ryan Barron, what's going on, fam? Ryan Barron said Jets. I'm assuming that you're a Jets fan, Ryan. I'm assuming so. I mean, if y'all got Deshaun, that would be a heck of a pick for y'all. That'd be a heck of a pick for y'all. Okay, Coach Wild said that Detroit won't have 2 first-round picks. They get a first in 2022 and 2023. Okay, so they don't have 2 first-round picks in this draft coming up. They get 2 first-round picks for the next 2 years after this draft. Okay, I got you, Coach. Thank you so much. Man, yeah. So I know Ryan said the Jets. I'm assuming you're a Jets fan, Ryan. Make sure that you put that in the comments. Let me know who you're a fan. Come on, man. Hey, you talk about ATL. Come on, Coach. You know that boy ain't coming to Atlanta. Come on, man. Triple G said, everybody knows I'm a big Matt Ryan fan. A Ryan Knight, as some say. If Stafford is worth 2 first rounds, then Ryan is worth 3 first rounds. I'll trade Ryan for 3 first round picks. I mean, you know what, Coach? I don't know, man. I just I don't know. Ryan's I guess it also depends on like I really don't know Matthew Stafford's contract situation. I know that he got broke off, but he didn't get broke off like Matt did. As Rona said that she would trade Matt Ryan for 3 first rounders. Bring that baby to Deshaun. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. I just don't think that would be a. I don't think that would be a trade, Matt Ryan for Deshaun Watson. If you trade for Deshaun Watson, you would have to trade first rounders out. But yeah, I definitely think that Watson has a great possibility to go to the Jets. Now, moving forward, people saying Miami. If I was Deshaun Watson, I would want to go to Miami too. Tua was very successful, and he didn't play that well. But I really feel like they're not giving Tua a fair shake because the kid came in halfway through the season, and just let some people just progress faster or slower than others. Just let that kid do. Just let him try to grow as a quarterback. So yeah, I definitely feel like it's one of those situations where Tua can be good in the NFL. They just gotta give him a chance. You can tell that Miami, they're not as patient as they should be. Cartier said that Tua is trash. Another Pat White? Really? Come on, bro. You seen Tua make some really good throws. Pat White was just a heck of an athlete. Like, Tua could run, but he wasn't running like no Pat White. Come on, man. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. A Jags fan that said, ain't nobody giving you 3 first rounders for Matt Ryan. You're going to have to give them 3 first rounders to take them. Come on, man. I know you ain't talking with Gardner Minshew down there. I know you ain't talking.
Him and DJ Chark got me a lot of points.
DJ Chark. DJ Chark did ball out a couple games. I ain't going to lie to you. But look, y'all trying to trade Trevor Lawrence. I mean, y'all trying to draft Trevor Lawrence now. Talking about nobody going to take Matthew Ryan. Matthew Ryan is the best quarterback in Atlanta Falcons history. Gardner Minshew couldn't carry Matt Ryan's jockstrap. You said that y'all got Trevor Lawrence. Y'all ain't got Trevor Lawrence yet. Oh, man. Y'all ain't got Trevor Lawrence yet. And you said, and look, Jags fan, y'all don't know what. I mean, it's a good possibility. Most likely y'all are getting Trevor Lawrence. But we don't know what Trevor Lawrence really is. Look at all the guys that Trevor Lawrence had that ended up coming to the NFL. So Trevor Lawrence is in your heart. It's official. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, I definitely hope Trevor plays well, because he's a Georgia boy. So, but we don't know if it's a done deal or not, man. We don't know. Hopefully he'll do something. We'll see. But you see this right here that Triple G said that the rumors are that the Jags are taking Justin Fields. Now, do you think that Urban Meyer, Justin Fields connection, Jags fan? Because you're the perfect person to talk to us about this. Do you think that Urban Meyer, Justin Fields? It's still weird saying Urban Meyer is the coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is that connection big enough for him to just kind of bypass, Trevor Lawrence, who, everybody's calling him the sunshine? My sunshine. You can call me your baby girl. Maybe we can spend some time. Oh, man. Cartier said, am I taking your Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl? Man, no, I ain't taking no Tampa Bay Buccaneers. What in the world, man? Ain't nobody taking no Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going with Patrick Mahomes all day. Whether I think he's going to win or not, I'm still going with Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, you're right, Coach. His old coach is Urban Meyer. It's Urban Meyer. Sid Falcon is new to the stream. Everybody welcome Sid to the stream, y'all.
He's been here before?
No, I'm saying he just came in.
Oh.
Yeah. So Sid said, hey, Coach, though, Lions getting over this. Lions getting over in this trade. If we could get this kind of deal for Ryan, if we could get Watson, I'd do it before the text is finished. Man, I think everybody, I think all the Falcons fans in here agree that if we could trade for Deshaun Watson, we would pull that trigger. Sometimes, like, you got to be like, well, look, I hate to see you go. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, man. So the Jags fan said that I swear if Urban drafts Fields because of Ohio State connection, y'all go fire him before the 23rd pick. Man, look, everybody in Atlanta wants Justin Fields. Everybody in Atlanta is getting naked for Justin Fields. Silver Turkey, what's going on? Welcome everybody. Welcome Silver Turkey to the stream. Much love, fam. I don't know if this is your first time here, Silver Turkey, but whenever you get a chance, make sure that, I don't know if you see that right there, make sure you subscribe to Big Low Country Sports. Once you do, you can join the coaching staff, man. Join the coaching staff. And I definitely shout you out, man. And you know what? That's the thing, Coach Waters. They said that your boy Justin Fields, he never played under Urban Meyer. But, Urban Meyer, he was there the whole time, after he, just retired due to health reasons. Urban always retires when he gets in trouble and says he's sick. But, yeah, I mean, he was there the whole time. And I heard that him and Justin Fields had a very tight connection because, they said that he still had his office there and everything. But, yeah, man, oh, yeah, I want to make sure we shout out to Hayes Thomas. Hayes Thomas. Everybody welcome Hayes Thomas to the coaching staff, man. Thank you so much for chilling out with a country boy. Thank you so much, family. Thank you so much. But yeah, I think if the Jaguars draft Justin Fields, that'll be Urban Meyer's first mistake. Devon, what's going on, Coach? What's going on, Devon? We see you in here, fam. Yeah, man, we talk about this crazy trade, man. And, in regular fashion, we talk about one thing. It always evolves to something else, man. It always evolves to something else. Coach Hayes, they welcoming you to the coaching staff. Thank you so much. Much love, much love, much love. But, yeah. So, looks like talk about Deshaun Watson. Reggie, I understand we have to eat a bit of the contract, but a 26-year-old QB in his prime who could have another 10 years, I do it every day. Every day. I ain't gonna lie to you, Bo. You said, hey, 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. But okay. Where do we sign? All day. All day. Would y'all take that? Would y'all take that trade? 3 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson? What about you, country baby? Would you take that trade?
I already said I would take.
You said you take, yeah. Yeah. Triple G said, I'm sorry. Triple G said, I'm sorry. Watson a little overrated for me. Ain't do nothing more than pad the stats like Ryan, as they say. Yeah, I mean, but look, Coach, you see how terrible that defense was last year? The kid threw for 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, and 4,800 yards with Will Fuller as his number one target. I mean, come on. David Johnson as a running back. Those authorities said, man, that nudity is in abundance for Justin Fields. That's rough right there, boy. Nudity is at an all-time high for Justin Fields. Justin Fields don't want to see y'all naked. Y'all can put y'all clothes back on. Oh, man. Yeah, Devon. Yeah. Goff he's out of LA. He's out of LA. Oh man, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Silver Turkey, because you know what? I have heard that. I have heard that the Cowboys are in the hunt for Deshaun Watson. And if you think about it, it makes sense. The Cowboys they're one of those teams that have the roster. They got a running back. I mean, he's not the same guy that he was 2 years ago, but Zeke is still a really good running back. They could coach this team up to get this defense going. They got weapons for days. They got more weapons than Call of Duty. But that is something that could be an option. The Dallas Cowboys could legitimately make a run for Deshaun Watson. You gotta think about it. They never gave Dak Prescott that contract. They just signed him on that franchise. So, I mean, seems like it would actually resolve both teams' issues. Houston could get Dak Prescott and give him a big contract. Deshaun Watson could get out of Houston. He could get the weapons that he wanted. Man. Yeah, that's and I ain't gonna lie to y'all, to be completely honest with you, because I'm trying to work on being honest about my feelings. I would hate that. I would hate if Deshaun Watson went to the Dallas Cowboys. Every fiber of my being would hate that. Yeah. Yeah, I would hate it. Cowboys in 3 firsts, Dak and oh no, they ain't finna do that, Bo. They ain't finna do that. They finna send Dak and Cooper. Like, I know that CD Lamb and Michael Gallup have come up. Now, even though my wife has a very pretentious relationship with Amari Cooper because she feels like he cheats her in fantasy, but the fact of the matter is that Amari Cooper is still the number 1 wide receiver in Dallas. They ain't just gonna trade Dak and Amari Cooper and 3 first-round picks. They ain't gonna do that. Yeah, Josie, I can see the Cowboys. Ooh, Coach Waddle said if they do trade Watson, he's going to a bad team that could take up his contract and give 5 picks. We're winning the Super Bowl this year, Cowboys fans. Ooh, man, I don't know about that one, Bo, but who won this trade? I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Coach. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know if you subscribed or not yet, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you, Bo. Fact of the matter is that the Los Angeles Rams won this trade. Easily. The Los Angeles Rams won this trade. So the reason why I say this is because Matthew Stafford, he's basically, been in hiding because it's one of those cases where whenever you go to Detroit, everybody forgets about you. Kind of like whenever you go to the Raiders, when Randy Moss went to the Raiders, he was there for a few years, everybody forgot about him. But whenever he goes to play with Sean McVay, a coach that's just killing it, I definitely feel like it's one of those situations where he's going to. The Rams they're going to the NFC Championship next year. They're going to the NFC Championship next year. Max said, while I'm smoking on, they got finesse. Man, come on, bro. First of all, I guess my first question is, what is Detroit going to do with 2 first-round picks? Just look at their history. Detroit, they are who they are, Bo. What are they going to do with 2 first-round picks? You got Matthew Stafford, who's a top 10 talent, top 10 arm talent in the league, honestly, possibly higher, who's going to a really good team, to, in my opinion, a top 4 coach. Yes, the Rams won this trade all day. Mac Jones said, hey, Mac, I want you in Atlanta, Mac. That's where you need to come to. After that national championship game, I told him, I said, hey, Mac Jones is he's a more athletic Matt Ryan. That's what I came on here and said. So look, yeah, I definitely feel like Mac Jones has the potential to be a really good quarterback in the NFL. He's the most slept-on quarterback in the draft. Everybody's talking about the Justin Fields and the Zach Wilsons and the Trevor Lawrences. Mac Jones, y'all don't see what he did in that national championship game? Y'all didn't see how that boy was playing his footwork. He knew where all his outlets were. He had the accuracy. He had the arm strength. He looked like the total package. By the end of the game, I was calling the kid Lex Luger. Total package. Total package. Definitely, man. And you're right, Earl James Roberts. Stafford never had a team built solid like the Rams did. He never had a supporting cast. If you look at the history of the Detroit Lions, like we were saying earlier, the Detroit Lions, anytime they get those great talents, those top talents in the NFL, they always end up leaving early because they just get tired of getting whooped up on all the time. Yes. That's definitely the case. That is definitely the case, man. That is definitely the case. Now, y'all do have a point because people are saying, well, Matthew Stafford has to stay healthy because he has been injury prone. So now moving forward, if those guys, it's just like Coach Wallace said in the comments, if those guys go out there and next thing you know, Matt gets hurt, Detroit, they have two first round picks and Jared Goff, who's younger. I mean, Mac Jones might be on to something. Like I said, I'm always open to changing my mind. So it's like if y'all see something, if y'all see something that Coach don't see, y'all let me know because I'm always open to looking at it and saying, you know what, y'all might be right. That might be the case. Like Coach Wallace said, I want y'all to know that the Lions inherit 4 years, $106 million contract for Goff. So how much do y'all think a team is going to have to inherit for a Watson contract? That's true. That's true. Second highest paid quarterback in the NFL today behind Patrick Mahomes. That boy got broke off. Well, I think it was like 40-something million a year or almost 40 million a year. We were complaining about 30 from Matt Ryan. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, so we win in the Super Bowl this year. Cowboy fans. Okay, I got you. So my name is basically means how are y'all clowning fans say they're winning the Super Bowl next year every year? Okay, I got you. That's what Cowboy fans. Okay, I got you. I got you. My bad, man. My bad. Thank you so much for chilling out with us tonight, though, fam. We do this almost every Saturday night. Everybody who subscribes is on the coaching staff. So if you do subscribe, make sure that you put it in the comments so we can give you a shout out, bro. Thank y'all so much. Now, Triple G, he says that if we trade out of the fourth pick, and for everybody who are not Falcons fans, the Falcons have the fourth pick. So y'all check this scenario out. If we trade out of the fourth pick with Carolina or Detroit, we can still draft 7th or 8th on the first round and 4th and 7th or 8th in the second round and the extra first round pick next year. Good or not? I've been saying the whole time we need to trade down. At that fourth spot for the positions that we need, anybody that we get, it's going to be a reach. It's going to be a reach. So, yeah, I definitely said that, look, man, at the end of the day, if we could trade down, then we could be drafting guys at a more reasonable spot because I hate that feeling that we reached. I mean, look, I felt like we reached last year for AJ Terrell. The boy came in and just balled out. Great job by our scouting department. Great job, because I watched that national championship game myself, and I was like, "Ooh." Well, no, the playoff game myself, and I was like, I don't know about that one." Sid Falcon says, "How in the world do you go 0-16 with Megatron and Matthew Stafford in their primes?" What in the world, Bo? 0-16 with Matthew Stafford and Megatron in their primes. Team, they just didn't have nobody else around them. Everybody's like, "Man, why did Megatron just retire?" Megatron retired. He just got tired of losing. Don't nobody want to go to work and just lose every day. Don't nobody want to do that, man. Can the Raiders just trade Carr, please? All right. What's up with these names tonight? The Rams were able to make the playoffs with Goff, and now they have Matthew Stafford. They winning it all. And that's what I'm saying, Bo. Through deductive reasoning, if they went to the playoffs with Goff, and then like they made a push in the playoffs with a backup quarterback. Don't forget about that now. With a backup quarterback, they made a push in the playoffs. So if they make a push in the playoffs with a guy who wasn't even supposed to, with John Wolford, what do y'all think he's going to do with Matthew Stafford, a seasoned quarterback who's still pretty much in his prime? Pretty much in his prime. Easily. So, yeah, I definitely think that's the case. Oh, man. So Coach Wilder said, what do I think we're going to have to give up to, or what teams are going to have to give up to get that first pick? Definitely a first this year, a first next year. It depends on where the other team's current draft position is. But a first this year, the first next year, and I would say maybe a third round pick. That's how I would give up that fourth pick, because most likely whatever team is moving up, they're trying to get a quarterback. Whenever teams move up for quarterbacks, they always get kind of desperate. So, Asia came back, chill out with us some more. What's going on, Asia? Now, Mark Godby, what's going on, fam? He said, how do we get below the $37 million surplus in the cap? You just got to make some cuts. Now, the benefit is that Terry Fontenot, they said that he's a salary cap wizard. After the way Matt Ryan played last year, I can almost guarantee you that it's going to be one of those cases where they're going to have to restructure Matt Ryan's contract. Silver Turkey, hey man, thank you so much for chilling out with us. Thanks, Coach. But yeah, I can almost guarantee you that they're going to have to restructure Matt Ryan's contract next year. I wouldn't be surprised if they restructure Julio Jones' contract. A lot of times, in cases like that, whenever they sign these big contracts, they go into it saying, well, look, just want you to know this contract is high this year. Moving forward throughout the years of your contract, we're going to be moving things around. So I just want to let you know that in a couple of years, we're probably going to restructure your deal. So that's why I'm so nervous about changing GMs, because Thomas Dimitroff, he had some deals set in place. Man, Ryan, he restructured his contract already like twice, I believe. So he's going to have to do that again. So, yeah, I definitely think to get under that $37 million cap, you're going to have to make some cuts. People like Ricardo Allen, most likely KZ, guys like that, they're gone. You're gonna have to make some tough decisions in the future because guys like Foyer, Aluakin, who's balling out, just balled out this year. You're gonna have to decide what you're gonna do with him as well. All right, Hayes, you take care. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all stay safe, Hayes. People like Foyer, Aluakin, you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do with him as well, because we're gonna have to figure out what we're gonna do when we pay them. So it's definitely gonna be tough, man. It's definitely gonna be tough. But man, it's like all these quarterbacks going all over the place. Because so basically we talked about Deshaun Watson, what he's going to do. We talked about this Matthew Stafford trade and things like that. There are a lot of teams out there that need quarterbacks, and a lot of teams are going to be reaching. For example, the Colts. People forget about the Colts. They have a complete team already. They just need a quarterback. Phillip Rivers, he said he's going to go raise his 20 kids, and go coach football somewhere. But yeah. The Colts might try to trade up. with the Falcons. The Patriots, because I'm hearing rumors that Cam Newton might go to the Washington football team and reunite with Coach Rivers. So yeah, I definitely think that Rivera. I was talking about Phillip Rivers, but Coach Rivera. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, so it's going to be a quarterback carousel this year, guys. That's why I'm saying that in this situation, it may be one of those cases where being in that fourth position might really work out to our benefit. Because I'm definitely saying we need to trade down. Like all of this talking about, oh well, we're just going to draft the best player available. I was like, boy, if you don't trade down and get as many picks as you can get, so we can we're not rebuilding this team, we're retooling. Oh, that's a good question, Sid. Coach Sid said, heard that Luck could be interested in returning. Wow. I always said when he retired, it was kind of abrupt. I always said that he was going to come back. Everybody said he was the golden child and everything. I was like, well, I definitely felt like, I was like, well, he's probably just going to take a couple years off. You got to remember, Andrew Luck, he grew up rich. His dad played football for years. And his dad is like a very successful businessman. So $20 million a year, like it wasn't making or breaking Andrew Luck. Everybody wants an additional $20 million, but like Andrew Luck is good. Ron said, Andrew Luck better not ever come back after he destroyed my fantasy season retired. He's destroyed a lot of people's fantasy seasons. Oh man, yeah. So I think it's a strong possibility, Coach said. I think he might come back. He might be come back. Devon said Colts, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins. Don't think that'll happen. I definitely, all those teams, the Colts, the Jets, the Patriots. I hate to see that for the Dolphins, but yeah. Bill Belichick, I don't think Bill Belichick is really too fond of this whole Cam Newton situation. I think he thought it was going to be something, but it was something. It ended up being something else. It ended up being something else. Yeah, Ronnie. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Andrew Luck, he just quit it in the middle, like just shut it down. He shut it down McDonald's style. Just said, hey, I ain't finna do this no more. I'm going home. Trevor G said Andrew Luck's college hype is what Trevor Lawrence hype is today. You know what? That's a very, very good comparison. It was like whenever, I don't know if y'all remember, people was like, oh, Andrew Luck is the best college prospect since Peyton Manning and John Elway. I was like, okay, I mean, he looks good, but now wait a minute now. Like, let's not get too ahead of our skis. Like, he's a good, I'm sure he's a good kid and everything, but John Elway, Peyton Manning. And you know what? To be completely honest with y'all, I'm so glad that Peyton Manning went on to win a Super Bowl. Everybody was like, "Oh, well, his future is in jeopardy." Colts just gave up on Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning built Frank Lucas or Lucas Stadium, and they just said, "Oh, we're just going to go in a different direction." I was so glad he went on to win a Super Bowl. Michael Wyatt, what's going on, family? Everybody, welcome Michael Wyatt to the chat tonight, man. Thank you so much for chilling out with a country boy and the coaches. So Mike said, Watson is headed to Denver. Bet on it. Denver does have issues with getting, they have had issues with getting a good quarterback. Now, if there's anybody out there who would pull off a trade like that, it would be John Elway. If anybody would do it, it would be John Elway. So, look, I think that is a very, very, I mean, that's a pretty good call, Bo. That's a pretty good call. Like, I wouldn't doubt that one bit. People kind of left Denver out of it. And also I'm hearing that they're trying to move on from Von Miller. Why did Von Miller get arrested randomly the other day? Did anybody find out what happened to Von Miller? They said that he randomly got arrested. He tried to go to the game like Trey Songz and not wear his mask and got arrested or something. Hey, what's going on with all these crazy names tonight, man? Hey, Falcons fan member, this 28-3. You said that the Colts were a good team this year. They could have sent the Bills versus Colts game to overtime, but instead they tried winning the game instead of kicking the field goal. Yeah, the Colts were a really good team, very complete team. Phillip Rivers, he actually started the season off kind of slow, but it takes those old muscles to kind of warm up sometimes. But if he would have started the season off, 100% and everything, that the Colts definitely would have had a better record. Definitely would have had a better record. Wow, Michael, domestic violence, really? Man, Vaughn know better than that, man. Man. Mike White said Elway will trade the house. If that's what it takes, man. That's one thing about John Elway. He don't care. But the thing is that it works. Like, so far, being the GM for John Elway has definitely worked, man. It's definitely worked. So, I mean, I'm not even knocking it. Originally, whenever John Elway became a GM or the head of football operations, I was like, well, we'll kind of see how that goes or whatever. But yeah, I definitely think that he would definitely do that, man. Definitely think he would do that. Man, what y'all talking about? The Pats cheating us in the Super Bowl, man. We ain't even gonna talk about that. Man. But yeah, man. Michael White said Elway knows you can't win without a quarterback, especially especially in the AFC West. We've seen how that's fair for them these last couple of years. Look, I'll put it to you like this right here. We beat Denver this year. So yeah. In the NFL, you have to have a really good quarterback. I mean, it doesn't have to be really good. Just somebody who's capable of getting you some points. If you got a defense that's capable of doing something, you're doing good. But yeah, Somebody said something about Herbert. Yeah, with Justin Herbert in Los Angeles as well. That AFC West is looking crazy. It's looking crazy. Man, the Raiders get Deshaun Watson. Man, that's gonna be tough. Now, why everybody's in here talking about Von Miller's girlfriend? What in the world? Is she that beautiful? Is it his girlfriend or his wife? Did he put a ring on it?
Girlfriend.
Oh, just a girlfriend. I'm checking her out now. Oh, she a pretty girl. Vaughn knew better than that. Hitting on that girl like that, man. Everybody tell me to look her up. Dog, y'all, why y'all getting naked for Von Miller girlfriend? Y'all just in here getting all kind of naked. Look at you.
She's cute. She's different looking.
Yeah, she did. She is different looking. Triple G in here getting naked for Von Miller girlfriend. Talk about how he like a freckled woman. Come on, Triple G. Talk about just look her up, man. She's so pretty. Yeah, she a pretty girl. She a pretty girl. Oh, man. Oh, well, look, man. I appreciate y'all for chilling out with a country boy tonight, man. I definitely appreciate y'all for chilling out with a country boy. So I tell you what, like we were saying earlier, because I know a lot of people were talking about the Jets. So the Jets, the Colts, Miami, but you know what? I'm also thinking, guys, with this whole Dallas Cowboys situation that arose that someone mentioned earlier, and this Denver Broncos situation, man, I definitely think it might be one of those cases where, you know, we might have to, consider who might go into the offseason and trade for Deshaun Watson. Definitely. And Triple D, you ain't finna try. You see what Triple D doing? Triple D talking about big little wife next to him. He can't compliment her. Man, ain't nobody worried about you, Triple G. Ain't nobody worried about you, man. Oh man. Michael White, yeah, hey, bro. Yeah, so this is what we do, fam. You know, we just sit around, talk about football, and you know, everybody who subscribes joins the coaching staff, man. You see it right there. Make sure you subscribe and join the channel. We do this almost every Saturday night, man. Almost every Saturday night. You see that? She said, I'm across the room. He can say what he likes, Triple G. Oh man. So Coach Wallace, he brought up a point. He asked if Detroit just gave up 3 picks and a 32-year-old quarterback for golf, how many picks are a team going to give up for Watson? Man. Ooh. Man. Uh-oh. Hey, everybody. Y'all welcome Coach Michael White to the coaching staff, man. Thank you so much for chilling out with us, fam. Welcome to the coaching staff. Welcome to Big Low Country Sports, man. We appreciate you chilling with us, fam. Nico Capone, what's going on? All right, so Nico, we've been talking about this. We've been talking about who won this trade. So everybody in the comments, Nico's new to the party. All right, Asia, you take care. Nico, most of this, she look like she do naked yoga. What in the world? Oh man. Oh man, wow. You see everybody welcoming you to the coaching staff, Wyatt. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah, so basically everybody y'all we were talking about Deshaun Watson. What do y'all think a team would have to give up? I know that we kind of kicked some ideas around. So, for example, I know a lot of people are saying the Jets. If the Jets wanted to get Deshaun Watson, like Coach Wallace was saying, after this trade, what would they have to give up to get him? Would they have to give up some of that GameStop stock or AMC stock? Because the Rams, they just gave up 3 first-round picks. I mean, 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick. So what would they have to give up to get this guy? Man, and it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, man, yeah. We show love in here, fam. We show love in here, definitely. Yeah, so it's one of those things like, what would they have to give up to get that guy? I just don't like it, bro, because my thing is that moving forward, how do you? So if this guy gets hurt, if they trade 4 first-round picks and Deshaun Watson gets hurt, he has one of those injuries where he's just never the same guy again. Like, how do you rebound from that? Like if he has a RG3 injury where he's just never the same, like how do you move forward? Man, 3 first. Man, but so Ronnie said at least 3 first rounders. Man, yeah, it would have to be at least 3. I don't know. Triple G said not many picks. Ain't no quarterback worth that many picks. Man, you right. You right, man. Those are a lot of picks. Mike said go big or go home. Man, I know it, man, but ooh. So you're trying to tell me. So basically, you're saying that if I want Deshaun Watson, I won't be able to have another first round pick until the next presidential election. That's what you're telling me. Man, that's a big commitment, man. That's a big commitment. Well, that is true. That is true. But Coach Wallace said, remember, we had to give up 4 picks when we moved up to get Julio. Now, but all of them weren't first round picks, though, Coach. That's the thing. Like they're gonna be wanting first round picks from now until the cows come home. I mean, that's exactly Triple G. So you give up all those picks for a QB, then how do you build around them? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, unless this team is like a young established team like the Colts. Now that I'm sitting here thinking about it, like the Colts, who already have their offensive line put together, their defense is good, young team. I don't know if I want to go to a team that traded all those picks away, because that means that I might not have the same caliber of teammates, especially with my cap hit being so big, 40 something $40 million. That means that's going to cripple their ability to sign somebody as well. So yeah, I mean, whew. Nathan said then the GM gets fired if something bad happens to Watson after giving up so much to Kittle. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, so if something negative happens in that situation, yeah, the GM. I mean, they're looking at the GM like he's crazy. Nico said, I don't think that teams are going to give up 4 first round picks for Watson. I mean, and you know what, Nico? That's the thing. But it's like they just gave up 2 first round picks for Matthew Stafford, who, 7, 8, 9 years older. So it's like, I mean, and Coach Albert said he's a top 5 pick top 5 player in the NFL. I mean, I don't know, Nico. Like that question that Coach Wallace brings up, it might have some validity to it. Like, you know, Coach Wallace said, and they're not, because they're not going to want picks within the next 4 years. I mean, yeah, I mean that is true. So basically, it sounds like it's going to have to be a player pick kind of trade. So let's say he goes to let's say it's the Jets. So it might be Sam Darnold, 2 first-round picks, 2nd-round pick, and I don't know, Quentin Williams. I mean, just something like that. You know, but yeah, and Michael White, yeah, under those rookie deals, is young talent. It's young talent. I mean, but it's like this trade that the Rams made, man. That's a gamble. That's a gamble because, you know, Matthew Stafford, he's a tough old bird now. He's one of those birds you got to boil before you eat him. But he gets hurt a lot, man. He's only getting hurt more and more. So yeah, I mean, I definitely. Now, and someone actually asked this question. Somebody actually asked this question, like, would Watson actually sit the 2021 season out? And will Houston refuse to trade him? I think they have to. It's not like they had a stellar year last year. They're supposed to have the 2nd-round pick, but you know, Bill O'Brien and his genius messed that up whenever he made that trade that he made. But yeah, I think they have to. They have to. You know, I just don't see a situation where they would just have to. I don't know. Now, what if the Jacksonville Jaguars tried to get Deshaun Watson? I mean, 1st overall pick. Trevor Lawrence goes to Houston. I mean, would that be an option? Because Deshaun, what is he, 25 now? Finna turn 26. I mean, that could also be an option as well, guys. We're starting to learn that nothing is out of the realm of possibility in the NFL. That's what we're starting to learn. I mean, would that be the case where the Jacksonville Jaguars traded that 1st overall pick and some other picks and got Deshaun Watson? That sounds like a Madden trade. That sounds like a Madden trade. Oh yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, it would take more. It would definitely take more than just Trevor Lawrence, you know, to get Deshaun Watson. But you know, they got other picks and they got they got the cap space. Just like everybody's saying in the comments, whoever gets them, they're going to have that cap space. The Jaguars got it. They got the money. Cinco Mo said that Jaguars aren't giving up that potential in Trevor. Thing is that there's potential in Deshaun Watson too, though, Bo. Like he's already been good in the NFL, and he could be even better. Humble Brando, what's good, family? We see you, fam. Everybody welcome Humble Brando to the stream. Much love, much love, much love. Yeet Destroyer 9000. What's going on, Yeet? Thanks for chilling out with us, fam. Yes, Matthew Stafford got traded to the Rams. That's what we were just talking about. But what we were just talking about is where do you think Deshaun Watson could go to, and how could that trade work out? Now, I was just saying that could it be a possibility that he goes to the Jaguars? Like, is that just something that just wouldn't happen? Coach Wallace said, Big Low, the Texans don't have to trade Watson because they own his rights because of the new deal they gave him last year. Yeah, that is true. But Deshaun, he just seems like he's looking like, look, I don't even have to play. Like that's the way he's looking. He looks like he's done. He's looking like he ain't even worried about trying to play. So I mean, no, they don't have to trade him. No, they don't got to do nothing. But you also got to consider that fan base as well. The fan base going to just sit there while they just let them sit there and they just fine them for insubordination? Like, you might as well just go ahead and get somebody who can actually play quarterback and will play quarterback. Thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate it. Hey, the thing is that I know a few things, but at the end of the day, we all put our heads together. All the coaches put our heads together, and we just figure everything out, man. That's what it's all about. Coach Nathan said Rams made a blunder in giving up that much for Stafford. Would that be a moving forward asking the price now? 3 to 4 first rounders? I mean, I don't know. It's one of those cases. It depends on the player, the potential, the situation. Like, does he know our scheme already? Will he be able to come in? Because sometimes different offenses, they have different verbiage. So it's like if you go to a whole nother team and they're running a completely different system, it's literally like you're learning a new language. Like you're learning how to communicate, how to get things across and things like that. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, fam. Cinco Mo says, I know, but they're gonna want to pay it. But if they got it, and the Texans gonna want to hold something like that alcoholic drunk uncle. Hey man, here you go. Let me get $20 off of you, man. Don't tell your mama. You know your mama be tripping. Oh man, you know I love you, nephew. You all been my favorite. You know I love you. Uncle Johnny, he be going through some things sometimes. Oh man. Michael White said Mahomes is worth 5 number ones. He will bring multiple championships to KC, bro. Well, hey, we're gonna see if he to do that, he just has to win one more game. If he wins one more game, he's gonna be that guy that just like you said, wins multiple championships. And that's kind of like what I was saying, Michael. It depends on the situation. For example, if Patrick Mahomes played for the New York Jets, do you think he would have won that Super Bowl last year? No. It's all about the situation. Matt Ryan, he had the talent to win Super Bowls, but his team didn't have the talent to win Super Bowls. He never played on a team with a defense. And that's why it's one of those cases where that's why I'm so excited for Matthew Stafford in this case, because he's going to be with the team now that he has something around him where he can actually do something. So, Patrick Mahomes, every time he cashes his State Farm check, he needs to send a cash app to Andy Reid. Because Andy Reid put that team together and Andy Reid put that offense together, and it made Patrick Mahomes wildly successful. Every time he gets those deposits for that $50 million a year contract, he needs to send something to Andy Reid. So yeah, definitely. And Nathan said that Matt Ryan won the Super Bowl. All we need to do is kick the field goal. Look, it felt good being the Super Bowl champion for about 45 minutes. It felt good, but at the end of the day, it's not going in the history book. So we can't say that's the case. Now look, Michael, he said earlier in the comments that Mahomes, he would have taken the Jets. If Mahomes played for the Jets, he was saying that Mahomes would have easily taken the Jets to the playoffs in year 2. Woo! Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Do y'all think Mahomes, if he had the same team, if he had this Jets team, y'all think he would have taken the Jets to the playoffs in year 2? Because I like I said, I always want to see how everybody's thinking, because I just might be wrong about the situation. I might just be wrong about the situation. What's going on in your middle faith, Jamal? We see you in here, fam. And that's right. If we learn anything about the NFL, nobody's safe. Anybody could get it. She said no. Oh man. Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying, Coach. It's one of those things. So Nathan said that it's not Patrick Mahomes why that team is so successful. It's Andy Reid. And Triple G also said that the Chiefs, they were a playoff team prior to Mahomes with Alex Smith. And that's one thing that people forget. People forget that team was pretty good back in those Jamal Charles days. That was a good. I used to say all the time that look, if Alex Smith just threw the ball down the field, they'd be in a completely different situation. They went and got an Alex Smith that'll throw the ball down the field. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know if they would take him to the playoffs though. I don't know if they'll take him to the playoffs. I think it might be one of those cases where they could possibly definitely be better. But I don't know. I don't know if they could take him to the playoffs. Mark said, would an 8-8 record be successful for our Dirty Birds in 2021? 8-8. Nah, I don't think that would be considered successful. If that 8-8 takes us to the playoffs and we have a chance to make a playoff run, that's when I think we would be successful. But look, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, they're only going to be here for a few more pecan seasons. So any type of we're not looking for consolation seasons moving forward. We're trying to get some playoff runs and trying to get a chance to get to a Super Bowl. Trying to get to the Super Bowl. So yeah. Watson takes Falcons to the playoffs. Hey, at the end of the day, I put it to you like this right here. Whenever the Texans they had Watson, they couldn't play no defense. If we're just kicking it around right now, saying that a lot of people are saying that we might have to trade 4 first-round picks for Deshaun Watson. Well, look, Watson is so valuable. How come he didn't take the Texans to the playoffs? He didn't have the supporting cast. He played on a team that didn't have any defense, didn't have any offensive line. They traded for an offensive lineman who's now the second overall pick, and Larry Tunsil, and it still didn't make any difference. So it's like if we take one person out and put another person in, A lot of times it just doesn't make a difference. Whole team gotta be good. Whole team gotta be good. But I mean, you know what they say. I don't know if you ever heard me say this before, Michael, but if were a fifth, we all be drunk. Oh man. If were a fifth, we'd all be drunk. Yeah, and that's completely right, coach. You gotta have some sort of defense if you want to get to the playoffs. If you want to get to the playoffs, you gotta have some kind of defense. You gotta be able to stop teams on third down. And you gotta be able to make third down. You gotta be able to make third down conversions, because we've seen what happens if it's one of those cases where you don't actually stop teams on third down and don't make third down conversions. You'll play just like the Falcons, and you'll be 4-12. Simple and plain. You'll be 4-12. Phantom of many topics. What's going on, family? Thank you so much for chilling out with us, man. Y'all make sure y'all welcome Phantom to the stream. So Phantom, he has a question for everybody. He's saying Dak to the Colts or to the Broncos. Wow. Well, Phantom, I'm gonna put it to you like this right here. If he goes to the Colts, any team that goes to the Colts, they're definitely going to have a chance to be successful, because that Colts team that's been put together is very, very good. Very, very good Colts team. Now, we were talking about this earlier. We were saying, why wouldn't Dak? It might be one of those cases where they might try to trade him to Houston, because Dallas never paid Dak. They want a quarterback. Maybe there still might be a number 4 in Dallas, but it might not be Dak. I mean, So I mean, I think out of the two, if it were me, I would rather go to the Colts. Because like I said, you got a great offensive line, you got a good defense, you got 2 good running backs. You need another wide receiver. You definitely need another wide receiver. But yeah, I mean, you got a good team there. Why not? A fan said Jerry won't pay. Jerry, he ain't gonna pay Dak. I know that. I don't know what Dak did to Jerry, but he ain't trying to pay Dak nothing. He ain't trying to pay that man nothing. Michael said the Colts are in the AFC title game with Watson and one more. Yes, definitely. I completely agree with you on that, bro. Completely agree with you on that. Now, Coach Wallace, he had a question about the Falcons, saying, and with us getting Pease as our new defensive coordinator, 17's making the playoffs, get one of the spots this season coming up. Yeah, I definitely feel like we would be in the hunt for it. Like I always say, man, end of the day, can you stay healthy? Can you stay healthy? Because one injury could derail your whole season. It could derail the whole season, folks. So we got to make sure that we get a nose tackle to play that 3-4 defense. And, we just got to make sure that we coach these guys up, because that 3-4 is a little bit more complex than the 4-3. We just got to, let's be honest. So we got this young team. We just got to make sure we coach everybody up. Make sure we coach everybody up. Triple G, yeah, you doggone. Look, if I was Dak and they said, hey, we're going to give you $35 million, I'd be like, okay, all right. I don't even know why you asking me. Let's go. I don't know what Dak was thinking. I don't know what Dak was thinking. I guess he was shooting for the 40. I guess he was shooting high and hoping it would just come down to where he wanted to be at or something. But yeah, I think I don't know what Dak was thinking in this situation. Now Albert Smith, Coach Albert says that he thinks that he thinks that Dak might go to New England. Well, I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I think that this whole Cam Newton experiment that New England did, I thought it was gonna be more successful than what it actually was. I was actually disappointed. But I think this is one of those examples that shows that in football, and I say this all the time, it's just like life. Your circumstances dictate how successful you are. So, the people that you're paired with and that you can collaborate with, if they gel well with you, and that combined with a little bit of luck determines how successful you're going to be. And that's just like life, man. The situation that you're in, that kind of determines it. I mean, it's like you talk about Cam had nothing to work with. The thing is, at that time, he didn't have nothing to work with for years. Tom ain't had nothing to work with for years. Look, Cam just ain't the same guy that Tom is. So I think that we just have to see how this unfolds, man. We just have to see how it unfolds. Now look, I know that there's a few more people that's in here right now. Now look, if y'all are enjoying this stream and you're enjoying this video, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit the like button. If you're enjoying it, if you're getting anything from it or anything like that, make sure that you hit the like button. And y'all see that right there? Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and join the coaching staff. Join Low Kuntry Sports, Big Low Kuntry Sports. If you do subscribe, make sure you put it in the comments so we can shout you out and everybody welcomes you to the coaching staff, man. Definitely. Yeah, Dak, he wanted like a 4-year deal. But someone said here, Phantom of Many Topics said Dak he'll get a non-exclusive tag, and we Dallas get draft pick compensation. We re-sign Andy Dalton as a stopgap for $10 million. Man, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money going to that quarterback position, because with that franchise, if I'm not mistaken, how much is that franchise tag for quarterbacks now? I know that it's up there. It's north of 30 million. Then you're going to sign Andy Dalton for 10 additional million. Ooh, man, that's a lot of money being dedicated to that. And then don't forget now, like, you got a lot of young talent, for the next few years that you want to start putting money back for, like the CD Lambs and the Michael Gallup. I think he's going to be gone. He ain't going to be around there that much longer, because he's not going to want to play behind CD Lamb and Amari Cooper. It's just a matter of time for CD Lamb takes that number one spot from Amari Cooper, to be completely honest with you. Oh, yeah, 40 million since they tagged him one time already. Oh, man. Thing is, though, I don't think nobody's going to pay Dak more than 40 million, especially after he came off of this injury. I know that somebody said that it was a injury that a lot of people come back from. Well, injury is still an injury at the end of the day. Your body never feels the same after you get those lower extremity injuries. Never feels the same. It's like people say, "Oh yeah, I just sprung an ankle." I tell you what, if you sprain an ankle, your body will never be the same afterwards. Especially if you're trying to play in the pros, you won't never be the same. Devon Stanford said, Coach Devon said, Dak believes he's better than Wentz in golf. And he deserves to get paid a little more than them. Unfortunately, Mahomes and Watson's deals would have made his contract obsolete. Yeah. I mean, I definitely think he's better than Wentz in golf. I definitely do. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. Coach Triple G said that as well. He's better than golf. Not sure about Wentz though. That's another quarterback we got to kind of try to figure out what's going on with. Like, are the Eagles going to keep Wentz because he might be another guy that's on the move himself? Is it going to be one of those situations where they just try to move on forward? Because if you ask me, I don't think that the Eagles fully trust Jalen Hurts. But, I don't really trust running quarterbacks myself anyway. Like, if your first inclination is to run after that first read is there, I don't want you as my quarterback. So, wow. Mino Shula, what's going on, fam? We see you in here. I think you're new to the stream. Everybody welcome Mino to the screen. He says Miami. Wow. Watson to Miami. So Nick Turner said Wentz going to San Francisco. Let's see. Wentz to the Colts. That's pretty good. Yeah. I think Dak is better than Wentz too, Coach Wallace. I definitely feel like that's the case. Yeah, and look, it's like I said this earlier, guys. Whoever goes to the Colts, they're going to be put in a good situation. The Colts, they're going to be a good team for years to come. So, I definitely agree. I definitely agree with that. Flacco is a playoff QB. I mean, hey, he did what he needed to do. He bet on himself. But it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Maybe we got somebody else that's new to the stream. You see everybody showing them love. Everybody showing them love. John Gotti, what's going on, fam? We see you in here. Thank you so much for chilling out with the country boy and the coaching staff, man. Thank you. We really enjoyed it. We really appreciate you for chilling out with us. And basically, we're just talking about where all these quarterbacks are going. Where all these quarterbacks are going after Matthew Stafford got traded to the Rams. And we're trying to figure out what Deshaun Watson's going to do. But now it's a quarterback carousel. We've been talking about Dak Prescott. We've been talking about Carson Wentz. Somebody in the comments just said, so y'all just giving up on Tua? I mean, I'm not giving up on Tua. I think that they should give the kid a chance. Yeah, Triple G said, y'all just giving up on Tua. I think they should just give the kid a chance. He only played a handful of games. But that's what happens whenever if you're gonna put the kid in. Don't put him in, take him out, and let Ryan Fitzpatrick finish the game. Like, no. If this is what we're rolling with, this is what we're rolling with. And man, I really hope it doesn't hurt this kid's confidence moving forward, man. I know that we got an Alabama fan in here, Terror Artist 404, and he'll tell you himself that Tua got paid by Bama. He'll tell you himself that Tua got paid by Bama, but just give the kid a chance. Mino Shula says, "What's good? It's all love." You said that Tua finished in Miami. If the price is right for Watson, he what we want Tua to become. Wow. So y'all just gonna give up on him, Mino? Y'all just gonna give up on Tua like that, man? He's a I think he has the potential to be a good quarterback for years to come. But it's just one of them things, man. It's just one of them things. Gerard's 404. I ain't gonna pick on his team. He always says built by Bama, not paid by Bama, y'all. That I always pick on him. Yeah. He said those guys are built by Bama. They still welcome you, Giant Gotti. They still welcoming you. So Mino says that look, they're going with Watson all day. I mean, I ain't knocking you, man. Like he's the prospect right now. He's the guy who, 25 years old, going to turn 26, 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, 4,800 yards on a bad team. So you put him with that on a team with that Miami defense who really played well this year. They actually surprised me. It's one of those. It could be a combination for one of those really, really beautiful things that happen in Miami. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I want Miami to do something because, you see teams like that's just they just kind of settle in mediocrity. Like I like to see a team come up every now and then, and just do something. So I'm definitely excited about that, man. Definitely excited about that. Wow, this is a good question right here. Do I remember the last QB from Bama that did good in the NFL since Joe Namath? Ooh, from Alabama? Nah, Joe Namath was the last one to do anything. That is true. That is true. I mean, look, whenever those guys come to the NFL, they'll kill it in college now. But whenever they come to the NFL, boy, I guess they you can't pay those other teams to lose to you like they do in Alabama. I guess that's what the case is. I guess that's what the case is. Now, Triple G, he brought up, and he said the small rumor, because since we're talking about quarterbacks and everything going around the NFL, he said the small rumor is that the Falcons are looking into Trubisky. What do you think of Trubisky being a backup for Matt Ryan? I do not want Mitchell Trubisky on my team. I do not want Mitchell Trubisky on my team. So basically, that's one of those things where if they do move forward and Matt Ryan, they eventually let Matt Ryan go or trade him, that means Trubisky will be next in line, and we'll have to deal with that whole, can he be better than he was in Chicago? I can't. No. Ronnie Morgan said it best. She said it best. I can't do Trubisky. I can't do it. I cannot do Mr. Trubisky as a quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons. Hey, Big Low, do you watch English soccer? Yeah. I watch a little bit of soccer. I enjoy the game of football. Definitely. The original football. John Gotti said, I respect Atlanta Falcons, man. You guys had the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Just didn't put your foot on the gas. And Brady beat my Rams in the Super Bowl twice. Man. I was for you guys to beat Brady too. Man, it was tough. But it's one of those things, John, where at least you made history. One way or the other, at least we made history. At least we'll never be forgotten, John. But appreciate it, man. Of course, we were cheering for the Rams to beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl as well. Of course. Yeah, man. That was definitely the case. And you know, a lot of people talk about Matt Ryan getting traded. Oh man, it's one of those things where it's like uh Matt Ryan getting traded in a package deal with Julio to a team like the Pats. Man, I would definitely hate to see that. I would definitely hate to see that because I can't stand the Patriots, man. I can't stand them. I could not stand them. That's ridiculous. If that did happen, I couldn't watch any Patriots games. I could not watch any Patriots games because you know the only thing I just be imagining them wearing Falcons jerseys. It's like you trade them. Why did you trade them to the trade both of them at that? We watched this Julio and Matt Ryan connection for years. Um, I just can't see both of them go. If Julio got traded to the Patriots, I'd be like, okay, well, that's just business. But man, both of those guys going there, I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I would be so pissed off. I would be so pissed off. I mean, would y'all be able to deal with that with Julio Jones and Matt Ryan going to a team like the Patriots or a team like the New Orleans Saints? Like, would y'all be pissed off if y'all seen something like that? Because I couldn't do it. Or let me ask y'all this: do y'all think it's one of those cases where? Do y'all think it's one of those cases where? Is it Atlanta go right? Yeah, you know, we wouldn't be able to do that. We wouldn't be able to do that. We would not be able to do it. Mino said Atlanta could use a young gun like a new Vic style with Julio. I mean, you know, a lot of people say that. A lot of people in Atlanta want people like Michael Vick in Atlanta. Sometimes I feel like people in Atlanta, they like to be entertained rather than to actually win. And you know, I've talked about this a few times, you know. How many running quarterbacks, like guys who like run like and I mean not just guys who scramble like a Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers who extend plays. How many guys have you seen that like run like a Lamar Jackson, like a Michael Vick, RG3 that win Super Bowls? Like, you know, that's something that you don't really see that often. You know, I mean, it's fun to watch and it's pretty to watch that one play every now and then. But, you know, Triple G said Michael Vick had more career games than touchdowns. That's rough right there, Bo. That's rough. Yeah, so Mino said that. So Russell Wilson is the only guy recently, but it's like if you watch Russell play, Russell, he's always looking down the field to throw the ball. Russell runs out of necessity. It's not one of those cases where he says, "Oh well, let me. This read's not here. My ex isn't here. The guy that I was looking at. It's time to go. I need to start running." Nah, it's normally one of those cases where Russell will be like, uh, Russell will be like, okay, let me get out the pocket, let me leak out the pocket, keep my shoulder pointed so I can see who I need to throw to. You know, that's the biggest difference. Because at the end of the day, the ball gets downfield a lot faster if you throw it than if you run it. I don't care how fast you are. You could be Deion Sanders. But at the end of the day, that's that's pretty much just the case, man. You can't do And somebody mentioned as well, because Triple G, he said that Michael Vick had 143 career games, 133 touchdowns. That's a terrible ratio. Also said that Michael Vick had 93 career fumbles. That's why we don't want a mobile quarterback. I don't want one. I can't do it. I remember those days. I remember those days of him running, and when he's running, I'm squirming, hoping that he don't get his head tore off. I definitely remember those days. Yeah, Wild Smith, you're right. Like, he doesn't run like Michael Vick and Lamar Jackson does. Like Lamar Jackson, and I hate to say it, but Lamar Jackson's day is coming. It actually came early. Like, it came in that playoff game. Like, he was feeling himself a little bit too much. He got concussed, and he had to deal with it. I mean, that's what happens. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Like, people talk about Patrick Mahomes, he's a mobile quarterback and he could run and everything. At the end of the day, whenever Patrick Mahomes, whenever he was on a desired quarterback run, it looks like he was running that option, that speed option, and he just fell wrong. Look, guys, the guy just fell wrong, and he got a concussion. People don't realize that football, it moves a lot faster than you see on TV. It moves a lot faster than you see on TV. What's going on, Coach Spence? He says they got to get to that Super Bowl now, right now. Kind of like my coach used to say, right now. Well, yeah, man. Football moves a lot faster than what you see on TV. It's like, if you see how fast these guys move and how fast these guys run and everything. So just like I said, with Patrick Mahomes, whenever he fell, it's like he just fell very fast, and he got a concussion. They could say that it was something else as much as they want to, but he got a concussion. Albert Smith, can me and you do a cooking show? I tell you what, Albert, I'm going to put my Twitter link in here, man, and you can hit me up sometime do a cooking show. Oh, man. So I'm going to put my link in the comments, and anybody on here, if y'all like to, you can definitely follow me on Twitter, man. Let's see here. I just put it in there. Yeah, Cinco Mo said, yeah, and that's the thing, Cinco. Pat, he killed it. He's killing it from the pocket. He's killing it from the pocket. Like, if he gets outside of that tackle box, he could definitely throw it. Like, he could throw on the run. Like he's a beast. But look, at the end of the day, unless you're running a boot or play action or something like that, I like my quarterbacks in the pocket, because everything else that's happening, once you get outside that pocket or you start running down the field, so just imagine you're running downfield at 17 miles an hour. Guys that play on defense are obviously just more athletic, so they're running towards you at 19 miles an hour. What kind of collision do you think that is, Bo? A helmet ain't gonna save you every time. Shoulder pads ain't gonna save you every time. You just done. You just done. So yeah, you keep taking them licks, it ain't gonna do nothing for you. Michael White said Lamar has already signed his deal, didn't he? I don't believe he signed his deal yet. I think I think they're pretty much in negotiation right now. But I don't think he signed his deal yet. Albert Smith said that Josh Allen is a new version of Cam Newton. But the thing is, though, Albert, is that Josh Allen is more accurate. He is more accurate. And he can run it, but he ain't running it like Cam. Sicko both said, whenever they be mic'd up, them hits going to be Mach 5 speed. Yeah, you watching whenever they're mic'd up, man. Whenever it's mic'd up, you can hear it. Nick Turner mentioned it as well. On them mic'd up, them hits look like they real fast. Yes. Like these guys ain't here playing no patty. They ain't playing no patty cake out here. This ain't no titty bumping. These boys out here doggone hitting. Pads are popping. Like you hear them on them mic'd ups, man. It sounds like a car crash. And you saying that you want to have a quarterback that's running out there into that? Like, no. You ever seen a squirrel run across the street while you were driving? That squirrel run across the street. You do the squirrel dance. It's like, and if he makes it, like you're relieved. But if he gets hit, there ain't no chance. There's no chance. So yeah. And you're right. You're right, Michael. Like, yeah, Cam, he's never threw for. Well, that MVP season, Cam did kind of go off. The year they went to the Super Bowl, Cam kind of went off. But yeah, it wasn't anything where it was consistent. The year before this season, Josh Allen, you could kind of see he was like, okay, this kid might be pretty good. Then they got him Stephon Diggs, and it was like, oh, wait a minute, this kid might be a beast. I mean, in my opinion, I think he had an MVP caliber season. Aaron Rodgers just showed out. He just went off. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely think that's the case, man. Oh, Triple G, Coach Triple G doing his research says Josh Allen also has the longest ball release time in the league. PFF rated him to have a 4-second in the pocket. That's a lot of time. Hey man, like I said, you got to protect yourself. It's like Matt Ryan. If you watch Matt Ryan play, he tries to get rid of that ball fast. Sometimes he can't, but even in our West Coast offense, he still gets towed up. Nick Turner said it's not healthy to take so many 4-5 speed. Depends on Mortal Kombat fatalities out there. You right, man. You right. Wow, Cameron. What's going on, Cameron? Everybody welcome Cameron to the stream, man. Thank you so much for chilling out with us, Cam. So Cameron said he had a question for the coaches. Do y'all think that Goff is better than Trubisky? Wow. Man. Ooh, that's a tough one right there. That's asking me which one I like better, broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Man, you know what? I'm gonna say that I think Jared Goff is better than Trubisky. I am gonna say that because Trubisky, he's had a couple of different coaches, and there was like a 4-game stretch where Trubisky he balled out. He was running a little bit too much for my taste, but he balled out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna say Goff on this one. Just because we've seen whenever Goff he got coached up and he actually progressed. Trubisky, he had a little stretch where he played pretty well, but I mean, the way that he played against the Falcons, he looked terrible. Besides that long run that he had on that blown coverage when one side thought we were running cover 3 and it looks like the other side thought we were playing man coverage. Like sometimes Trubisky looks like he doesn't even need to be out there. Like I watched him for weeks. Not this season, but this past season. It's like he would only look at one guy, and if that guy wasn't there, he would just kind of keep it going. Now look, man, because I know that we've been going for a while and we got some new folks in here. So first of all, if you're listening to this and then you're enjoying it, make sure that you do a country boy a favor and hit that like button. And also, you see that right there. If you're enjoying it, make sure you do a country boy a favor and subscribe to Big Low Kuntry, man. We talk about sports and we talk about football like every Saturday night. We do film study Friday nights, and I release film study videos all throughout the week and everything. And, I just didn't talk to you about news and sports and things like that. Now, look, anytime you subscribe, you join the coaching staff. So whenever you subscribe, make sure you put it in the comments, and we're definitely going to shout you out. Everybody's going to welcome you to the coaching staff, man. Definitely. Now, everybody, so let's see. Humble Brando said he thinks that golf by a slight edge. I agree with you on that. Cinco Bo said they be super hyping them QBs. They definitely do. Now, Triple G says golf better than Trubisky. I agree with you on that, family. I agree with you on that. Yeah, so it looks like everybody is pretty much in agreement. Wallace Smith said golf is way better. Mr. Roney said that golf is better as well. Reggie C2K said golf is better than Trubisky. Yeah. So I think we pretty much all in agreement on that. I think golf has Trubisky on this one, Cameron. But hey, that was a good question though, man. That was a good question. Thank you so much for that question, bro. Yeah. I think Trubisky. I don't want Trubisky in Atlanta. I don't know if any of y'all do, but I can't do Trubisky. I can't, even as a backup. Wilder Smith, I guess he's talking about that game. Says whenever you're a starter and get benched, and the only reason you get your job back is because of an injury to the quarterback, then you're bad. Yeah. So you get benched, and then the other guy, he gets hurt. You sitting on the bench, and the coach is just looking around like, man, who can I put in? You just looking at him like, hey, coach, I could go in. That's when you're bad, Bo. That's when you're bad. Yeah, man. Now, Michael said, does anyone think there's a chance Rodgers isn't a Packer next year? I don't know if y'all seen the interview they did with their GM, but the GM was like, Rodgers is, I don't know what y'all are thinking. He's going to be playing for the Green Bay Packers. That's not even a question. Wow. No, Cam. So Cameron said, even though the Falcons have Julio and Calvin, they should go after Allen Robinson. Nah, we do not need. That's what got us in this mess that we're in, Cam. Come on, coach. Nah, we don't need another wide receiver. Look, we got Laquan Treadwell. He was on our practice squad most of the season. He came in and scored a few touchdowns, in the red zone. I think he could be a good third or fourth wide receiver. But look, the reason why we're in the situation that we're in now, we're not able to get to the quarterback, and offensive line play has struggled, is because we always go for those guys on the outside first, opposed to getting those guys that are closest to the ball. You want to build your team with the guys that are closest to the ball first, and then go outside. But we'll see Calvin Ridley sitting there, and Thomas Dimitroff. He had to get him, and Calvin's worked out very well for the Falcons. But Albert, you're right. Yeah, we need to build that defense first. Yeah. Sicko said, not another wide receiver. We reached for Cal. You're right. We did. Wow. So Albert Smith said that he thinks we'll draft a black quarterback. Man. I mean, you never know, man. You never know. I think that, it may be the case, but I don't care what color he is. I just want to win. I just want to, instill a winning mentality, and just change this culture around. I want a team like the Packers, like the Steelers, who quarterbacks that's not an issue. So whenever this quarterback leaves, you're gonna have another quarterback coming in. Because think about it, the Packers have had consistent, well, not even consistent. They've had great quarterback play for the last 20 something years easily. Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Rodgers, then Brett Favre, and then it's like you don't know what Jordan Love is going to be. So yeah, I mean those guys have been very, very good quarterbacks for a long time. So that's what I want. I want it to be a situation where moving forward, we have somebody in place, and he could take over the reins after Matt Ryan leaves at the end of the day. Bob Smith said, yeah, we didn't reach for Ridley because he was still on the board and he fell to us with the 20s. Yeah, I mean, because Ridley, I mean, you just look at his talent. He definitely could have been like a top 15 pick. But, it wasn't a need it wasn't a need. We just went for the best player available. You go for the best player available whenever you know that your roster is set and legit, but our roster wasn't set and legit at the time. Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. Well, look, man, I definitely appreciate y'all chilling out with a country boy. Thank y'all so much. Look, if you're new to the channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. Like I said, we do film study every Friday night. I put up videos all throughout the week. We talk about football. Look, at the end of the day, I'm just an old country boy that loves to sit and talk about football, man. Just love to sit and talk about football. So thank y'all so much for chilling out with me. Much love to you. Hope y'all are safe. Hope y'all enjoy your Sunday. Rise up. A-time down, man. Y'all be easy, family.